Hey guys, it's your girl Aisha, aka Geek XX Chic, and guess what time it is? It's Walking Dead time. That's what time it is. Yes, we are here. We have arrived. It is season 8. Season 8 of The Walking Dead. We are back. Let's do a quick little recap because we're starting off the season yet again. Where did we leave off in season 7? Well, let's just say what it was. Season 7 kind of was like just kind of a low as far as our core group's morale, as far as the things that happened. It was just kind of it just wasn't the happiest season of Walking Dead we ever had. And of course, Walking Dead's never been a happy-go-lucky sort of a show, but in the past we always kind of had a little bit of light mixed with dark, but last season was definitely far more dark than any of the previous seasons that we've had. I think the two major things that really hit us in season 7 that kind of set that sad tone was, of course, the loss of 2 cast members. We lost Abraham, who, you know, loved him. He was funny, he was entertaining, loved Michael Cudlitz as the actor. But I think what really gutted the audience, the fans of both the comic books and the show, was the death of Glenn. Glenn was an OG. He was one of the Atlanta originals. But Glenn's kind of been consistently with us pretty much since the first season. So it was really a big blow to us as fans to see. Pardon me, I'm sorry guys, I'm still dealing with my allergy situation. It was really just rough to lose such a well-loved character, especially one who was the compass and the conscience of the group. And honestly, that's probably the most undeserved and brutal death that we saw of a core cast member to date. So that definitely started the season off on a big fat boo-hoo. Most of us were not feeling that death. And then of course, right after that, we go into Rick being emotionally, mentally, and kind of just psychologically broken for a big portion of that season. But we picked up towards the end where it kind of dragged along, but we knew we were leading up to the big battle. So that's kind of what I expect to see here in season 8. I expect to see this war, which in the comic books spans quite a long time. We'll see whether or not the show decides to spend more than one season on it. With all of that said, let me just jump into this episode because I'm chomping at the bit, and we will talk about it afterwards. Okay? Boop. Whose grave is this? Oh. It's sad that Glenn's grave is still fresh. Preach, Rick.
There's only one person who has died. I will kill myself. I will.
Okay.
I will.
Murder Rick is back. Where's the coat? Well, isn't this a new type of messenger?
For he today that sheds his blood with me shall be my brother.
Yes. Okay, Shiva. She was like, listen, I'm a jealous girl. Carl! How are you driving with one eye? I don't even know if that's possible. Like, can you even, like, I don't think your perception would allow you to. Whoa.
I'm okay. I mean, not. I've been shot at. Someone threw a microwave at me, so...
What?
Even just some food.
I was like, did I see that? He's like, look, you have no idea how hard it was for me not to kill right there, Carl. I'm itching. I'm itching. It's like another people to kill list. Okay, platform guy, neighborhood guy. What? Morgan? Okay. Is that Judith? Girl's got a full-time job. Okay, armored vehicles. I'm impressed. Okay, I'm ready. Let's go, fam. And Rosita was left out? Oh, girl, you must have pissed some people off fierce. Wow, Rick. Taken out with extreme prejudice.
Your boy's gonna die.
Triggered. Mm-hmm. What did you think was gonna happen, Brett?
I got your back.
Really? You just met me.
We all just met each other.
Duh. Jerry!
No, I'm gonna.
Okay.
Yes, Jesus. Yes, you will.
What was that face? What? Is Rick rocking a box cut right now?
They can manage without you for one morning.
I'm glad they recognized that Michonne would remain flawless.
Because I want to play my dick is bigger than yours.
You the...
We both know it. But
Damn it!
also God feel remiss. No. I know who you are.
Mm-hmm. Right? Zip it, Eugene. Okay. Eugene's like, oh, girl. You can't rely on these damn walkers. They're just the left, the right. They just can't follow direction.
What about me, Rick? I told you. Twice. You know what's gonna happen.
Ooh.
Or you won't have a home to go back to.
Ooh, stern. Oh my God, did he literally do that? Oh my God, you're a mess, Greg. Maggie.
Hilltop stands with Maggie.
Take that. Woo. Lord, please protect Morgan. I can't lose him.
Okay.
Okay, cocky Rick?
I'm counting.
10. 9.
This is hot.
7.
What the hell? Boss ass Rick in the house. Here, you're wasting ammo. Calm down. No one's there. Okay, Rick, just save your ammo for when you actually have a shot. No, ain't got no room. We full, Greg. We full. No, don't do it. Gabriel, don't you dare. He would leave you, Gabriel. What did I tell you? I'm sorry, Gabriel, I'm sorry. Your ass deserved that. I don't know what you were thinking. You really thought he was, oh my Lord. Okay, guys, can we not waste so much ammo?
I hope you got your shitting pants on.
Oh my God, of course. Of course. Stepped up from PP Pants City.
They made a big owl for the party.
What? People are taking this festival extremely.
Dude's like be graduating to college and stuff already. What's going on?
We've already won.
Well, all right, fam. That was the season premiere of The Walking Dead season 8, which also, FYI, happens to be the 100th episode. So grats to the show. Not an easy feat to get to 100 episodes anymore. It was interesting. Very interesting opening to the season. I didn't think we would have an attack on Negan's compound this soon, to be honest. I really thought we were gonna build up a couple episodes to it, but the reason I'm kind of happy that it did happen, however, is because that means hopefully that this is gonna be a big change to the pacing this season. So as I mentioned before, one of the things that I didn't really like so much about season 7 is that it really was kind of a long build up to like battling against Negan, and it just felt a lot like stalling, particularly when we got towards the end of the season. So I was kind of hoping we wouldn't do that again this season. We've already done an initial attack on Negan's compound. Now, there's a few things about that that leave me with a bit of a question mark. One of the first ones being, But the fact that, you know, they said the whole objective was to kill Negan. That was the whole reason, was to go there. Because remember, we saw Rick say to Gabriel, like, this is all started because of one man. If we get rid of one man, we can fix all of this. Well, the one man didn't die, which is the only reason I'm half okay with the fact that Rick was not wanting to give up on killing Negan. But at the same time, it just wasn't gonna happen. Like, it's coming back to my original point. Sadly, the whole point of taking care of Negan didn't happen. Negan is still alive, and from the sounds of things, most of his people are probably still alive as well. This whole thing was kind of a success, but like I said, I'm still on the fence about whether or not, I mean, obviously the opportunity was, actually I shouldn't say that. He did have an opportunity to kill Negan. I guess that's the other thing that made me kind of question it, is when he was sitting there talking to Negan and trying to get that vote, you know, they were doing that little parlay. Like, whoever the sharpshooter was that took out the two guys on the rooftop, why didn't they just shoot Negan? Like, it would have been like, one sharp shot gone, right? But anyways, I guess the season would be over too quickly if that happened, right? The other interesting thing was the flashbacks that we kept getting to old man Rick. And I shouldn't say flashbacks, I guess that'd be flash forward. But we had the beginning of the episode, Rick giving the speech to the 3 different settlements about why they need to go to this war, why they're risking everything. And clearly, to me, that tied back to him thinking that he actually can see a future, which is something I don't think Rick has even begun to contemplate likely since the prison. So for him to actually be having daydreams or dreams of him waking up with a beard and gray hair is pretty huge, right? That's showing that Rick really is invested in making sure that he and his family, and by extension, Alexandria and everybody else, actually has some type of a future to look forward to. It was just great to see the whole team working together too. Like, we had so much of season 7 was people being off on their own, doing their own thing, and a lot of that had to do, sadly, with, of course, Rick being so despondent and emotionally, you know, just down and out, that like the group was just, you know, they were in disarray. They didn't know what to do with themselves, and that cohesive glue that was Rick wasn't there. So it was nice to come back to that in this episode and see how all these different groups work together and got a job done. Finally, Father Gabriel, I don't know what possessed him to think that saving Gregory, but actually no, let me take that back. Let me take it back. Sorry, I'm looking at this from a viewer's point of view, but now that I think about it, Father Gabriel's had little to no interaction with Gregory. He doesn't realize what a complete and utter piece of crap Gregory is, the complete, like, just useless sack of flesh that he is. To him, Gregory was just another man under Negan's control who, you know, yeah, and Gabriel just being himself, you know, feeling mercy. If he ever picked the wrong person to try to save, it'd have been anybody else, they would have left Gregory there. I'm also just curious about Morgan and his journey. He was very quiet this episode, which, I mean, is not completely unusual, but he seems to be in an interesting place with his pointy stick, which he's still very, very determinedly holding on to, and was covered in blood, which is very different considering that he used to polish the pole when it was still, that sounded horrible. He used to keep it clean before, when it was not a weapon of death. So now that he's killing people, he's letting it stay blood-stained, and I just wonder how representative that is to his mental state as well as what's going on in his heart. So I'm hoping we can see next episode where he's feeling about this whole war, and you know, if it's gonna somehow either work with or conflict with where Rick's going. So what did you guys think of this episode? Do you think that it lived up to its 100th episode hype? Or do you feel like they could have done just a little bit more to take it to the next level? And where do you think the season's gonna go from here, since we've already had our initial attack on Negan? Lord knows they can't stage something like that again anytime soon. Please leave your comments below. You know I love to read them. And if you'd like to see more from this geeky face, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button and hit that like button if you love this video. Until next time, guys, bye.